Watching you, watching me, thinking how this could be. Wondering, yeah, do you see how I think about you lately? Wishing you, wishing we more than friends we could be. Wondering, yeah, do you see how I think about you lately? Yeah.
turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Shit, I got so caught up in doing everything. My bad, dude. Forever, thank you for telling me about the mic. I can't believe that. Usually I do like that check beforehand. It's so embarrassing. What's up, everybody? Artismo here. Welcome back. Like 50 minutes later. Yeah, it's my first time playing this game on stream, second day playing it. And Forever's like, just like, dude, his mouth is moving, ain't shit coming out. All right, I'm gonna tell the homie. Thanks, dude. Dude, I like it so far. I know for a 4 or 5 year old game, you know, my computer can handle it well. My parts are like peak for this game, but they're showing their age. I mean, I'm still rocking a 3080. So performance and graphics wise, good. Gameplay wise, good. I like the physics. It definitely reminds me of FH3. I didn't play FH4. I don't feel like, I remember like a lot of people saying like this game didn't really feel like a challenge because you don't really feel like you earn the cars, and a lot of cars are like thrown at you in the beginning. And I feel like that too, because when I was racing I was like, oh shit, I won this car, I won this car, I won this car. I was like, dude, like my garage is loaded with a bunch of cars that I feel like were just kind of like thrown at me, you know what I mean? Like with Need for Speed and like other racing games, like especially like TDU, it's like, dude, for real, you had to like grind or like earn it, right? Like this here, I'm like, all right, I already got like an LP 770, and I'm like, this car is badass. Like I can drive around with this, like, you know what I mean? I can like free roam this shit. And then I like the handling of the Cosworth. The Cosworth, the Ford, is one of my favorite cars, dude. Like rally wise and street. And then of course we had the Supra in the beginning. Like that's a fantastic car, FR setup. Anyways, long story short, my understanding is the visual customization in this game, yeah, it's just like the here's some cars, go race. I'm like, fuck yeah. I don't think that the visual customization is good in this game unless that's changed recently. I know that the performance customization is pretty good, right? That's what I've been hearing, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. All right. What do you think about the game? Have you played it at all? I know that you've watched it on stream, or I'm sure that you have. How do you feel about the game? You have not played it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. That's right. I just remember, that's right. You have like yeah, your PS5, and I remember you had you have a laptop that is like kind of broken. So you're waiting. Yeah. I feel you. Desktop's broken. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I like it. I like the handling. I wish that it had NOS. That's probably about it. Let me see if I can challenge this here. Vertical syncs off. Okay. What was I saying? Shit, your desktop's broken, bro? I remember you mentioning something like that. It's TD without the grind. Yeah, and it's actually more polished, and it functions, but also it has a disadvantage of being 5 years old, so it works really well with my hardware and a lot of other people's hardware. But then TDU really wasn't that well optimized too. I think I remember Alex saying too, like he even turned like stuff down, and he's rocking like a 4090, dude. That dude's got like a fucking amazing like GPU. Like he ain't gonna have to change that shit for like another 5 years. Watch. It'll be able to run games for like a good while, dude. It'll be like the 1080 of yesteryear. I really should like get on with the homies. Like I believe that Alex and his crew are like rolling convoys and playing online and shit as a crew, so maybe sometime I'll join them. Where are we here? I'm gonna race Centenario. Centenario. Fuck, how is it even spelled? Let's take a look. No, for real, like Ferrari like has some of the most effed up names, and then so does Lamborghini. Like Lamborghini, like sometimes I'm just like, all right. But sometimes it's like it's easy to remember like Ferrari car names. FXXK Evo, like all right, got that. And then there's some other shit out there that I can't remember even off the top of my head. But then Lamborghini takes the cake. It's like Super Veloci, blah 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 blah. And it's like this one too. Centenario, Century, Sembriza. What? Don Joan Song is in here. Oh yeah, that's right. He was a big content creator for Forza, so it makes sense that they would have him like as like a default like NPC. It was like Black Panther being, oh my god. It was like Black Panther being thrown in on the Crew Motorfest, right? Like, oh no way. I gotta have way better control over my car than this. This is whack sauce. Yeah, I drive like a little bitch. What up, chat? Okay. I actually gotta pay attention. How's your day going so far, Forever, if you're still there? No work today, I hope. What's up, chat? Oh my god, that is massive air. Oh. I should have rocked a rally car. No work? Hell yeah, dude. Wait, oh yeah, that is a checkpoint. We got that. Oh, dude. And no game due to PS issues. Shit, dude. Bro, I hope you have like other hobbies, because that would like murder me. Like not, oh my god, I got like vertical takedown there, dude. Not being able to like game and stuff. Like I guess I can go out for like a run or go like cycling or something, or like drive, but you know, arcades these days are kind of like a waste of money in Japan, dude. It's so expensive, dude. It's like $1 each time you play. It's one solid coin. I remember when I left America, it was like $0.25. But what are you paying now in the States at the arcade? Like 2 quarters, 50 cents a game, or? Shit, let's do this here. What up, chat? What up, Alondra? What up, user with no name? You have too many hobbies. Yeah, you... Shit, I remember you're like traveling and shit. I saw your Insta. You know some pretty badass places. Alright. Arcades are like 50 cents to $1. Yeah. America's straight up. I figured America would be working its way toward like the dollar. I knew that some games were like 50 cents and shit, so. Hold up. Okay, there we go. But I have arcade, that's $25 for the whole day. Yeah, they do have... Oh shit. See, I'm winning another car again, look at this. 25 bucks for the whole day. I would actually do that because the amount of money that we spend here in Japan, like just gaming in like an arcade, like that's so worth it, dude. There are some like small arcades that do stuff like that. There's a local arcade that I used to do like tournaments at that was like that. Dude, I want to see my fucking car. I love how it costs a lot of money to fast travel, dude.
100 meters.
What up, chat? What up, Wilson? What up, Marina? Let's just go here. Landscaping. Yeah. You know what?
Recalculating route.
I'm gonna rock the Ford. What up, Masa? Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. Dude, that's some massive air right there. Dude, I don't think we're gonna see another Need for Speed game for like a couple years, man. And by then, I'll be a really old man. What up, Guma? By then, you'll finally see some wrinkles on my forehead. If not, they're starting already. My skin's starting to... I'm starting to show my age. You know, a lot of people seem to like not be ready to like embrace their age and shit like that, but when I first saw my gray hair, I didn't freak out. I was just like, alright, it's time. It is time. I'm starting to see like wrinkles on my eyes, my nose, and under my eyes. I said that again. My forehead, my eyes, under my eyes, and my nose. Next will be on. It will be in 2030. Dude, I'm old as fuck. Yeah, I don't want to say, but I'm one of the older millennials, dude. If you're older than me, you know, like it it is what it is. I don't say it as like a whatchamacallit, like to make myself feel young or whatever. It's just I feel old. I know I'm old. 40, yeah. We're like at the to these young bucks, dude, we're over the hill, dude. We're like, we should be already like established and doing shit with our lives or whatever the fuck it is that society expects us to do. Welcome back, Marina. You know, forever. But you know what? We got our, I mean, we're at a good age where, you know, we're older, mature, and wise, and I think we've done enough in our life, you know, decently, you know, to do most of the things that we want to do and go most of the places we want to go, you know what I mean? Need to plan for retirement now. Yeah, I'm setting aside some money for that, and then hopefully my pension from Japan will take care of some of it, and then my savings will take care of the rest. But I believe I get a credit from America also because I've definitely paid into my social security there, so it'll be all right. It's not gonna be the best. You know, pension only is what I mean, so that's why you got a little on the side. What's up, my Wada? What's up, 07 Jams? Let's check out the car collection here. I've collected one more car, the 1 Series M Coupe. Let's check out my cars. We're not going to have social security. Yeah, I know. They say that in Japan too. Like, same in Japan. That's exactly the same in Japan, right? They do the same thing that America's doing. Like, Japan does the same thing America's doing. They're like, we'll just raise the retirement age another year or two. You know what? Do I even have enough money to actually modify my cars in a decent way? Let's get in the car. All right. I do want to modify it. View car. if there's Social Security when I get to that age, I'm doing early retirement. I feel you. Let's search some auctions. See what they got out here. That's right. Forza always has like those auctions and shit. Dude, I barely have any credits to do shit. Donut Media 350Z. God damn, what up with them dualies, dude? Is that the car that fucking Alex was rocking? The truck? That's hilarious. Dude, they don't make the Lancer like they used to, dude. The Lancer is a shit car now. Koenigsegg. Dude, yes. Dude, the Koenigsegg is one of my favorite cars. That car is so sensual. The Zonda Sync. $599X. Yeah, one day retire early, dude. For me, retirement early is like shit. Rimac. HSV. Man, this 2008 M3 is pretty dope. Oh, we ain't too far apart in thinking there, Forever. Like, you know where you could I mean, you probably know a lot of good places. Like, you knew some, dude, you knew some like off the chain fucking places. You're like Destiny, Florida, or whatever the fuck it was. I was like, son of a bitch, this place looks fucking gorgeous. If I was to disappear and live off the grid, I would probably live in an area in, if it were me, not because I favor the NorCal area, but because I know I can disappear there and live off the grid decently. And if shit hit the fan, I can get a quick like country job or something like that. And I can get around by hitchhiking. Big Trees, Arnold, I would probably move in that area. Just south of Truckee and north of Sonora. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'd buy a small plot of land, half acre, sufficient. Ideally an acre. Build a little fucking fort out there. Chop down trees for my firewood, and then just like, you know, fertilize and plow the rest of the land and just grow my own veggies there. Fucking potatoes, cabbage, tomatoes, and then dig a hole in the ground, and make a little outhouse, and then like pour in like not fertilizer or mulch, but there are like enzymes that you can put in that are like self-sustaining, that would help like turn it into like compost and like usable soil. Just throw that in that hole. And then and definitely have to be living near a river so that I can at least get some fresh water and then just boil that shit. Live off of that. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, you want 10 acres? Dude, I'm thinking so for me, like 10 acres is good, especially living in the country, because I would definitely delineate my property, because I wouldn't want hunters or trespassers going there. Like, a lot of people love hunting in the woods. I'm cool. He's like, no, you need it. Yeah, but for me, like 10 acres is a lot to manage, dude. Like 3 acres is sufficient, dude. Like, dude, I lived on 5 acres and that was a bitch to maintain. We had to have like a fucking riding, like one of those riding tractors to like mow the fields all the time and shit so that they wouldn't catch fire in the summer. Yeah, you need to cut down wood and replant. Yeah. They don't grow that fast. So what I was thinking was, if I lived in the country like Arnold and Big Trees, there's plenty of trees and forests there. It would be illegal federally because it would be like from federal lands. But yeah, just cut down some trees in the dead of the night and just kind of haul it off. I guess we could always do like hydroponics too. Or I could just like jack some lumber from a local lumber mill. Or I could purchase lumber from local lumberjacks. Shouldn't cut. Sure, there's a way I can find, or I could find a way around it. If I can't cut, and if I'm not allowed to cut, then my other option would be I would just run off of kerosene or propane heat. Off-grid equal no money. Completely. Damn, bro, you're going all out. For me, I would do that if I had some money saved, and I would do a trade and barter system. Shit, dude. You currently have an active live stream on YouTube. Damn, dude. You want to go completely off the grid. You want to like remove traces of yourself, like no banks, no identification. Oh shit, Caster Labs is effing up. $300 a month, yeah. Like, so what my hippie friends used to do was candle making, tapestry, glass blowing, knitting and crocheting, flea markets and stuff like that, and then barter and trade, and then, you know, growing. Yeah, I guess have like could cheat if you would consider it okay, having at least a gas generator and like kerosene heater. Solar is hella expensive. Like having a solar water heater and then like solar panels plus batteries. Damn, thinking about it now. How would you feel about living in a shipping container, dude? I heard some people turn those shipping containers into like livable homes and shit, but a lot of people said they're kind of a ripoff, like just like getting them around, like transporting them, and then the lack of proper insulation. Best way to do it, like a shipping container? You feel that way, or do you know a better way to do it? Custom upgrade. I just talked my head off. Forever. If you were to do it like off grid, how would you do it? How would like what would your ideal off the grid living situation be? So like we established that you would do you believe you want 10 acres. You think 10 acres is the only way to do it, to grow and replace your own trees. And you're right, like trees don't grow back fast, dude. They take fucking years. And then you need enough land to like grow crops that you want and need. I definitely want to be near like a fresh water source or a well. Fast and cheap. Yeah, I think I saw like a TikTok video where like somebody said it was a ripoff, but I think it's because it was like one of those prefabricated shipping containers, or like renovated shipping containers. They're like, we'll make a house for you out of a shipping container, but the insulation was like really shit. The metal actually seems like really good and resistant if it has like a good paint or coating over it, and then just like throw some polyfill in there and then like put up like a wood panel on the inside to help with the insulation. I mean, how would you do it? Like, what would your ideal off the grid living situation be besides what we discussed? Oh shit, it's not that much to upgrade. Race turbo with anti-lag. One acre land for finding food that can grow fast and last long like potatoes. For me, I would want a way to capture rain in case the river water becomes polluted somewhere upstream. 2 storage house with solar panel. You would do Colorado or Wyoming? Why Colorado or Wyoming? Lots of fresh water access there too. You gotta be careful though, because I know that like rain and snow tends to like take toxins and particles out of the air as it comes down, right? So I'd assume, yeah, you'll probably boil it like I would like river water. So lots of snow and river, that makes sense. Dude, I've lived in snow before, and part of the reason why I just would not like to be in that much snow, or that much snow often, is, dude, it's a bitch to clean the driveway. It's a bitch to get around. It's fucking freezing and cold, and by then I'm sure I'll be an old man, so it's like I want like easy and maintainable, but that's actually really smart. You need filters, yeah. You retired, stay indoors. I mean, you got a point there. Like, staying indoors is good, but also at the same time, like, I have a hard time, like, I would want to go outside. Like, I couldn't stay cooped up inside, but I guess if I was old, that's what firewoods are for. Yeah, I feel you. Drivetrain swap. I feel you. Yeah, you know, come to think of it, like, when my parents got old, like, they had a very hard time, you know, like most old people, they're very sensitive to like extreme and drastic temperature changes. So like cold would be like difficult for my mom and dad to deal with, and they would definitely feel it in their joints and bones. Yeah, in spring to fall, and then harvest in fall to beginning of winter, depending on what crops you're growing. Yeah. Yeah, hunting, for me, hunting hunting is no problem. It's cleaning the game and preparing it for eating that I have kind of a hard time stomaching, dude. Like, damn. I know it's definitely necessary. Or get chickens, so you... Yeah, lots of snow. Farming you'll have to be done in spring, you just need to hunt for meat or get chickens. Yeah. Fuck, dude, that's perfect. Produce eggs, and then you can eat them. Use the $300 for meat. Handling goes down, alright. Do that. Ideally, you'd get $500 or $900 a month for Social Security. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't blow through that too, because I wouldn't be doing much. A third you would use for food. Yeah. Is it making me choose a place? I guess I'll do a race. All right. Then you gotta save a third for hookers. He said it. And dude, she wouldn't even go glamping. She's not like totally into that. My kids though, I definitely want to take them like actual camping. Bro, real talk, I would probably be visiting the markets for social life. I actually like markets of all sorts, like flea markets and stuff like that. And yeah, I would probably just go to like chill. And you know what? I would probably get just like a little piece of shit job, like what a lot of old people do, just to like kind of keep their social life alive, and so they don't get like bored or anything like that. Like just a small under the table job or something. Like work at a small like family owned restaurant or something like that. Yeah, I see, that's the thing, like I love camping. And so my kids and I like we did the most I can convince my wife. I was like, we got like this new tent. She bought this tent like online for like for us to go like have shade from like the wind and the sun when we go to like the park and stuff. But it's actually a really like a sturdy tent that could be used for like actual camping. So I convinced her. I was like, hey, why don't we like set up the tent for me and the girls like in the front yard and stuff? We can do like glamping there. And so we had like tablets, snacks, food, beddings, just all set up like in the front yard and shit. It was like really chill. What up, chat? See, he never lived on a farm. Yeah, well, we just had land, and there are some things that we did take care of and grow. I wouldn't say we're like farmers and stuff like that, but when I was a kid, my family grew our own. We grew our own crops, like small stuff, nothing big. We had plums, apricots, potatoes, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelon. My dad was very much so into like growing his own shit. What else do we have? We did have a small chicken coop, and the foxes would sometimes raid it until we got like a junkyard dog. So I've had a pit bull, a Rottweiler, a Doberman Pinscher. We had to keep those fuckers chained up though. The Rottweiler and the pit bull sometimes ate chickens if the chickens were dumb enough to get close. But like living on a full-on farm? Nah, like a full-on like dedicated farm? Nah. You grew up on a fish farm? Yeah, taking care of your land takes all day. Dude, my dad put us to work. That's what it was. My dad definitely put us to work. Like doing house chores and doing maintenance around the house. Picking, cleaning, growing. Going down to the local store to pick up knickknacks and shit. And we were driving when we weren't even licensed or like old enough to drive, but that's what happens like when you live in the countryside there for a bit. The first time I learned how to drive, I was 12 years old. My dad was a really good and patient teacher. And I learned to ride a motorcycle because I had to pick my sister up from school. Like, my dad was busy at work. You'd have to pick up your sister. I'm not going to be available and your mom's going to be busy at work. Let me show you how to ride this thing. I was like, oh, fuck, alright. I think I was like 14 years old. If you put your helmet on, you keep it on, you wear these clothes right here, nobody will know the difference. Keep your helmet on, don't take it off. Wear these pants as jacket. You look like an adult. Don't say anything. You grew up on a fish farm, right on, dude. How was growing up on a fish farm? $10 acres and it was smaller. What's up, Juan Pauline? Koi farm. Yeah, dope. Koi are really popular here in Japan, dude. They're almost in every pond, dude. There's a ton at the Imperial Palace, too. They gloop around. Yeah, but if you were to say like lived on a farm, nah, we just had land, dude. We weren't like hardcore farmers or anything like that. Just my family was into growing and doing their own shit and trying to be, you know, like most Asian families, like save money and be as independent as possible. And we also lived in the city, so I've had my share of living and being around. You know, I've lived in dense urban areas, suburbs, and countryside. Ooh. Oh shit. 50 acres of fish farm and it was mid-sized. Yeah, I lived in an area before where like your nearest neighbor was like freaking 2 miles away, right? Like if you wanted to go ask your neighbor for like a cup of sugar or some butter, dude, you had to get in your car, turn it on, warm it up, and then drive down a couple minutes. Or you ride your fucking tractor down to them. Where I used to live, that's how like people used to get around, like, you know, like neighbors on the street and shit. Like neighbors would just drive by on their little fucking Montgomery Ward's tractor. John Deere, everybody always says like America use John Deere tractors and shit, dude. Like I don't even remember the brands of all of them, dude, but Montgomery Ward's had their own like fucking generic tractor. You drive up, hey Hoss, how's it going? you got a carton of milk there we can borrow? Pass it back to you at the end of the week. Yeah, sure, that's fine. We got some eggs for you. Oh yeah, we'll take some eggs. We got enough eggs here, but we'll always take more. My family's really big on eggs. we would sometimes trade some of our produce for like other fruits that people were growing in the area, or car parts and tools. Fucking leather. Need leather a lot for straps and shit like that. Farming equipment, tools. Fuck, we had a tree house too. That was dope as hell. We had a natural river, or a creek that ran through our property, and one of its runoffs went into the back of our property, and we had a little pond back there, and in the middle, my father, my grandfather, my brother, and I was young. We helped put up a tree house in that area, like right in the middle of it. It was really awesome. But whenever there was like heavy rains or floods, we couldn't get to it, obviously, because it'd be like surrounded and shit. Let's see here, my friends. Weekdays take care of the fishes, and weekends visit pet shops to sell for money. Oh, makes sense. 2 hours drive to the city. We had angel koi from Japan, cost crazy money. Yeah, dude. No kidding. What up, chat? That's smart, though. Here we go. Had 10 ponds around half-acre each. Shit. Personally, I told my wife this too. Personally, like the best place to raise kids and like to chill and relax. She asked me. She's like, "You used to live in San Francisco." She's like, "How do you feel about living, you know, where we live and living in Japan, and what do you prefer?" I was like, "Dude, really? I prefer countryside, dude. Like countryside living. Like I like it quiet. Like I don't like packed trains and shit, and getting shoved into like a busy ass train up against people I don't even know, like a fucking packed in there like fucking sardines and shit." I like quiet, dude. I do like the quiet. Like the only time that I like it loud is like when I choose to be around loud things, or you know, when I choose to like socialize. I like fresh air, clean water, and then like bright visible stars, dude. But sometimes, you know, like being out like in the country like that, it gets like, dude, you start feeling like, I don't know, you either end up feeling like nihilistic, like life is meaningless, or you feel very grateful and that, you know, you feel very alive and connected to the world around you, but disconnected to people. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass, but that's my experience. Like, for me, like I always knew and felt like there was a big ass world out there. And even though like I'm very much an introvert and I like being alone and having my peace and like my time in my own space, like I also like meeting new people from around the world and like connecting with people, and I knew there was like, there's a lot going on around me, and I just need to be places where I can connect with that, you know what I mean? And you know, I still like that ability, and like, you know, hanging out with people like, you know, country folk and shit is definitely eye-opening, you know, and you know, it has its quirks and its pros and cons and enjoyability. That's tough. I'm getting old, and I do like peace and quiet. I don't know, man, like having to listen to like traffic all the time, or like the hustle and bustle of the city. It's nice. It actually makes me feel like not alone because you know that people are actually around you. But sometimes when you live in a big city, you know, living in Tokyo, the way Japanese people like socialize, you definitely feel alone, right? But like living in like San Francisco, like people are like super open, you know, relatively friendly. Like you can just talk to somebody and be chill as fuck, you know what I mean? But like in Japan, like it's weird for any strangers to say anything to you at all. Talk about anything.
Hey, Barbara.
Time to start looking for a house in the forest.
Keep going. We're all cheering for you.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks, Haley.
You know, what up, a moose? Good morning to you. Yep. Good evening for us. Good evening for me. I think good morning for you and Mr. Forever. We were just talking about living off the grid and the best way to live off the grid and where to live. You know where is kind of dangerous, guys, that I think would be like chill as fuck to live at? Is Bali. It's cheap as hell. There are some dangerous parts and the cops are crooked as fuck, like in Mexico. Right? Like, but because I'm already Asian, if I just kind of, you know, keep my head low, bring some money with me, I think that it would be cheap and enjoyable to live in Bali. As long as I don't piss off the wrong people and move to the wrong area. Thailand looks beautiful too. Vietnam, sure. Son of a... Dude, I just... You know what? IRL? If this was IRL, I would just yeet myself out the front of this car, dude. I don't like us Americans. Yeah. Dude, even in Guam, even though Guam is a US territory, dude, like they're so, like I went there because it's so close to Japan. I went there for a vacation, about 3 days. Not too bad. The waters were blue as fuck. It's beautiful. But you could feel it, like a lot of the locals there, like I went to a family restaurant, club, bar, like I was chilling with the American homies. Yeah, it was, you can just tell they're exhausted, dude. Like, they're just tired of, like, tourists and shit. Thailand is having Indian issues. People from, India, not Native Americans. Yeah, they visit and sleep on the beach. Yeah, it's different there. I have some Indian coworkers and they say stuff like that. And like I work for a kind of international company, and I have Chinese coworkers too, and even they say that about their own people. They're like, sometimes like Chinese people aren't viewed really well as tourists around the world because of their manners. And then my Indian coworker said, like, she said the same thing. Like Indians are a little bit loose and sometimes are like aggressive when like talking to people. And I had a Turkish coworker saying that too, like the way that they deal in business in Asia is that they're kind of aggressive and it's sometimes like off-putting. So my main point is I'm not like trying to pigeonhole like groups of people together. It's just like differences of like culture and how like they handle things, like as members of society, as you know, as people who conduct business or as people who travel, you know what I mean? It's really interesting like how different groups of people operate in different situations versus like what the expectation is of the area that they're in. People say a lot of stuff about Americans. People say a lot of stuff about Japanese, dude. People say a lot of stuff about Koreans. People say a lot of stuff about Australians, about the British, Turkish, Egyptians, fucking all around, dude. Chinese, the Vietnamese, like We can even throw race in there too if you want. Like, I remember, dude, when I was a server and bartender, like in San Francisco, like a lot of people would always make comments about like travelers, like, oh, it's an Asian table, like I don't want to serve them because they ain't gonna tip me. Or like they say it about a black table too, right? They'd be like, oh, that's a black table, I don't want to serve them because they ain't gonna tip me. It's like, yeah, it's so funny. Like, Americans are like, we should be globalists, we need to be understanding of people from different cultures and travelers and people from different parts of the world. I was like, all right, so how about when it comes to tipping? Because you realize that a lot of these people that we're dealing with here come from like countries and cultures where like tipping isn't the norm. And you say like, as you say we should be globalists and understanding of other people, but except when it comes to your wallet, right? Like when it like directly affects you, then it's like not okay. It's like, all right, you hate conservatives because they want people to like Americanize and like you know, assimilate into American culture. But then tipping is not all, you know, exclusively an American cultural thing, but in context, you're expecting travelers and people from around the world to participate in a cultural thing that doesn't align with their normal operandi, right? It's like, all right, guys, pot meet kettle. It's like you're no different than the people that you criticize. It's like, but you know, I guess that's the human thing, right? Like being a hypocrite. But I guess we all, in a way, also cherry pick the things that people are like hypocritical about. You know what I mean? Preaching to the choir, brother. Yeah. I don't know. It's like on one part I'm torn because I grew up in that you know, tipping culture, and that's how I did make my living. But also at the same time, like, I'm not virtue signaling or anything like that. I looked at everything in context, right? I was like, all right, I'm working at a super touristy location in a super touristy city, and our economy thrives off of tourism. So we're gonna get a shit ton of people from all over the world. So whatever I get, I get. And luckily, there's only been a few times that I've gotten no tip. Most people like understood like, oh, we're in America, we should tip. But whenever I got like zero, you know what I mean? Like, of course they'll never tell you. I was like, either I gave them really shitty service, which has never happened to my knowledge. I've never gotten a complaint where somebody's just been like, this is such shit, I hate this person, I want a new server or anything like that. But it also sounds like stereotyping, like pigeonholing. But I recognize, like, you know, sometimes the people I was serving that I got zero tips from, I'm just like, you know, maybe that's, you know, that's their culture, or they came from part of the world where it's not the norm and they don't ascribe to the American tipping culture. And it's just like, whatever. Like, I made enough tonight, so I'm decent, I'm good, you know. But there's some people that are still feeling like they're entitled to a lot out there, you know. I think, like, right, it's like kind of cringe too, because you'll see like streamers and influencers that are like that, like begging for money on like TikTok or like Twitch, and it's like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. I think I was watching a Tom Dark video about that. I'm not gonna drop names of like content creators because I don't want to be like F like that, but yeah, it's, I think that people just generally feel that way, right? And like, it's like, no matter what country or culture you're from, like, people generally think like, just do what you do, like you're supposed to do it, and don't feel entitled to like people's money, time, attention, or responses. And like, it'll come. Plus, like, like you just gotta like kind of adjust, right? Like if people aren't talking, then you gotta be more interesting, right? Like, and if I'm not interesting enough, I don't get offended. It's like, it's whatever. And you know, I don't stream with the intention of like getting a bunch of tips or like people buying anything. I have things set up, obviously, because hey, why the F not, right? Like, but fuck, please like, subscribe, follow. Like, I know that you should always have like a call to action like in your streams or like when you're making content. What's up, chat? But I don't know, like I just feel like I'm just driving in circles now. I just feel like if people want to like, subscribe, and follow, like they'll do it if they like your shit. That's it. Like, I couldn't imagine myself being a server and a bartender and like just like talking to somebody like when they walk in right away, like, hey, it'd be really great if you tip me like before I serve them, or like as I'm serving them, be like, hey, it would be really great if like I got 20% on this service. Or like, you know, some people do this, right? Like I've seen YouTube videos where like servers or like bartenders are like wilding out on like, you know, customers and shit that didn't tip. Like, your check was 300 and I only got 300. And it's like, dude's like, yeah, because that's what the check says, but it's customary to tip. It's like, you're right, but now you're just being a little prick. Like, it's customary, but it's not required, dude. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be really popular with a lot of people out there, but in terms of that, but it is what it is, you know. All right, y'alls. I have been streaming for about an hour and 15 minutes. I should rest. It is 11:30 here. I did visit my son in the hospital, and he's doing better. Doctor said that his oxygen levels have improved, which is fantastic. He still has like congestion with mucus, and his breathing's a little bit labored, but that's because of his congestion. But his oxygen levels are still up. They're in like the 95-96%, which is good. That's normal. That's healthy. His appetite's increased, so yeah, I was there chilling at the hospital with my wife and him till like 7. Plus, it was like a 45-50 minute drive back, and then we had to get our daughters like bathed and ready for bed. So yeah, I'm gonna chill and relax. I'm not gonna stream so late tonight. So thank you for stopping by, Moose and Forever. And it dies down if you 25%, and it dies down if you suck at your job. Yeah, when I was serving and bartending, like the standard was 15%, and 20% was like if you're good. But yeah, I heard that recently it's changed. Like 25 and 30% are considered like the standard and the norm, and like you're shitty if it's lower than that. Thanks, Forever. Yeah, the doctor said that they don't know exactly when he'll be out, but from today we should prepare for him to be in there for at least another 5 days because of his breathing condition. Even though the oxygen is good, because his lung condition and his congestion is not good, they're gonna keep him for a little bit. They want to make sure that it doesn't develop into like a full-blown pneumonia, or like he doesn't have like any other breathing complications. So that's roughly about it. But we're gonna end it on a positive note. Keep it chill. I did acquire 3 wonderful cars. What did I get? The BMW, something else, I can't remember. This game is fun. I'll probably create a convoy or like play online with some people sometime. Maybe join up with Alex and his crew. Let's see. I am gonna get some rest. It is 11:30. Thank y'all for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good one. Good morning to all y'all out there, and then we'll catch you again tomorrow. So take care. Thank you so much, and see you soon. See y'all tomorrow. GG's.